I'm Ethan.
And I'm Sebastian. And today we have the Mezco Nosferatu 2nd edition?
Yeah, Silent Screamers, Nosferatu, Symphony of Horror.
Because there was the first one that was the San Diego exclusive, I believe, that came in the lunchbox.
Yeah, that one is one that me and Sebastian will still own. We need to get one day because it is beautiful. The coffin, everything that comes with it, and obviously just the classic color.
And this one's still very beautiful.
And worth a pretty penny, too. So me and Sebastian actually were, the night that this came out, we were sad that we never got the original. So when we saw that they were unveiling this, I remember at first they started showing like little pictures. They never even showed everything that he came with either at first. It was just little teases. We didn't know if we were getting the same figure, but we could tell it was a little bit different.
Yeah, slightly.
Because you could see the color change kind of, because then they show like pictures of his face or something.
Yeah. And
so me and Sebastian were ready. And 12 o'clock came.
12 a.m. Yes, 12 a.m. It's going up. The site crashed.
Me and Sebastian, I wasn't even with Sebastian. I was over my exes at the time now, and I was literally watching a movie.
I was doing schoolwork, because this is back when I was in school. I was still doing schoolwork, and I was like, type. Is it up? Is it up? Is it up?
He started texting me. He's like, "Tell me if you know when it's up." And then I literally just kind of was like, "Is this even going to happen? I'm going to give up at this point."
I just gave up, and then I did my own thing. And I watched the video, and then it was at like 2 a.m. I was like, I'm about to go to bed. I'm going to check right now. If it's not up, well, I guess I just don't get it.
And
I checked. And the second I checked, it was up. I went, click, buy two.
Yeah, and I literally was buying one as that happened. I texted, was like, did you get one afterwards? He's like, yeah. And then the crazy thing is I went to sleep right after that, obviously.
So did I.
And the next morning when I woke up, I checked under the hashtags. Everyone was obviously all pissy that it kept crashing. But apparently right after we bought it around 2, by at least 4 a.m., I don't know if it was earlier than that, but by at least 4 a.m., it was completely sold out. And people that woke up at like 5, 6, 7 a.m. were so pissed that it had already sold out.
And this was the Mezco store exclusive, so this isn't in print or whatever.
Yeah, and it's not like any like comic shops or anything. At least to my knowledge, even got them, because you see that sometimes they get in like Mezco figures. A few of them.
If I remember correctly, this is like their Mezco online store exclusive.
Yeah, this was a big thing.
They're the only ones who get it.
Now, before we even get to the into the figure, one of the things that me and Sebastian were talking about, as you saw in our Cyclops reviews, was certain figures we don't really care about getting their boxes unless they're beautiful, but this is a work of art.
And the thing is, it's also textured, especially like in the word Nosferatu, and also his head is...
Now, the original one comes in that cool-ass tin. Yeah, that's really nice, and I love when they do that with their figures, but this one, it's nothing too special, because it's just a shoe box. Yeah, basically.
But this makes it all
This is really nice. I love it. And the texture's cool, too. And obviously, you get the original image. You get this cool art that they made up. Really nice.
Very cool. So, into accessories first.
Yeah, sure.
So, he obviously comes with your standard... Oh.
Comes with a lot of shit.
So
the first one comes with a coffin. And obviously, he's painted differently. I think pretty much the hands and the head are almost the same. Obviously, just colored differently. But this one comes with a lot different...
Yeah, a lot of different accessories.
Yeah.
And I remember, this was what I found so cool, because I've ordered from Mezco before. Mm-hmm. He came with black bubble wrap. I remember it was the cool thing. He came with black bubble wrap.
Even when you're opening it, it makes the anticipation build a little more.
Yeah. So, we can... This head, which is the one that's depicted on the artwork.
Yep. So, that's pretty cool.
And then...
His ears kind of look like bat wings, which are pretty cool. Then this one's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
This is like, imagine someone threw like holy water or something at his face and it just burned. That is cool as shit. Sad thing is I haven't taken too many pictures with this one since I got it. I really need to.
The peg for the base?
Yeah, that's an extra one. For whatever reason, because you have the option to do this, and obviously I wanted to display the bat, so I never put the little peg thing in. That's his little lantern, and it's very cool. You can literally unhinge it like that, and it sways like a real lantern one. Look at all, that's the thing that I love about Mezco. Even on their little accessories, they put so much detail into it. And yeah, sure, they charge like, I mean, it varies for the figure, but this was I think it was 90, but it was probably like 100 with like tax.
It was 90, but I bought 2. Yeah, because I had to.
And then for his hands,
but this goes with the burned head. So I guess you could say and then got on it.
But I love how creepy. Now, I do love that the original one is probably how he would actually have been colored, like the brownish color, but I do like This one almost feels like retro,
Yeah.
like with the blue. It's very cool.
Shit. Whoops.
And then if you wanted him, since his name's Count Orlok, to be in disguise, then that is what this giant fucking cloak and hat with.
We'll put
like,
the cloak
quill.
on once we dismantle the figure.
Yeah.
But
That's why I don't normally do that one, but it is kind of interesting. But the other thing that's so cool about this is the little things you get. You get it like the Hounds of Hell.
2 different ones, by the
Yeah,
way.
this one's brown, this one's black, and they're
Different
all
scars.
fucking beat up and bloody.
And they got some weight to them, too. They're not cheap, like
Yeah.
hollow.
Yeah, they're really cool. No, really, like, you can't really move their limbs or anything, but you don't really need to. Then you get a ton of different mice, and
I think they're all different.
these two are the same. But other than that, I think every other one is different because that one's legs aren't spread apart. This one's a little bit different. This one's turned and this one's standing.
Now, this is the one thing. It's awesome, but I'm so scared every time I pick it up. It looks awesome. It's got great detail, especially if you put, like,
Light behind
maybe
it.
not exactly a bright light like that, but
Yeah,
something a little
something.
more controlled.
But it's
But then
very
it's
nice.
so
I love
thin.
that.
That's the
yeah,
problem.
it is so
It's-
thin.
Like, if you drop this down your stairs,
Yeah, it's gone.
it's going to crack.
But I do love that it really shows off the fog because, you know, it's dark at the bottom and it makes it, like, a little bit more see-through at the top to make it look a lot more realistic. So that's pretty cool. And then, lastly, the last thing that you get, which is mainly meant for this stand, is the bats. That it comes with 3, and it looks like they're flying. And the awesome
and we
thing
gotta show off the
is you
awesome
can literally bend this however you want, and it's not like it'll break or anything. You can, like, make him fly out behind him. You can make him fly out of his crotch if you wanted.
Now to get to the man himself. We'll show off the stand first.
Beautiful stand. I love it. I don't really remember exactly what the stand for the other figure looks like, but I think I remembered actually liking the stand on this one better. Once, if me and Sebastian, whoever does, and if somehow it's open, because I doubt if Sebastian got it, he'd actually open it. Not that I really would... I open everything, basically, but with the cost of this one, I wouldn't really blame him. But if one of us does get one open at some point, we'll definitely do a video in the future to compare.
Yeah.
Like, do, like, our thing ranking which one we like better, which I can already tell you I'm probably going to go with the original one. But who knows? Maybe I'll have a change of heart. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. And the cool
I
thing
don't
is
put this one on enough.
about the...
Is the cape, is it like one of the ones
It's
where you
got
can-
like
the wiring?
It's got some wiring so you can bend it, but on the bottom it's got all this dust
Dust.
to be like London dirt streets and everything.
Yeah.
Because it's all black up here, then you get down here, it's all like brown and gritty and everything. And in case you want to know how this goes on, you can even, I think, move this and take it off if you just wanted to be like that. But it does have a little like clasp area. If I can. Obviously, you got to be gentle with these things, but it's a little button.
Now let's look. Oh, and look at that, like, nice velvety inside, almost sparkly. That's nice.
Now, on to the man himself.
This figure is a real work of art.
So he's got the slender build. Because if you've ever seen the original movie, he was very slender.
Got a hair on him.
Well, he was very slender.
Yeah, he always. I mean, look at that's like a spot of, like, one silhouette
Yeah.
of like him when he's doing the iconic stairwalk
But
way thing.
even this has like I was just saying, like the
Dust.
dirt and dust because it's clean and soft up here, but then you get down here, it's all
Rigid,
gritty, and same
yeah.
with like his hands, like he's been.
But I
digging
like that
into-
there's still like a shimmer and shine almost to
let's
the
get his
outfit.
boots too, because his boots are pretty unique. And you're just getting black leggings, which is fine, but because that's probably very close to what he was wearing.
But
And then he's even got like the veins in his arm,
it's so cool.
and then also got the vein,
Yeah, I got it.
and then also obviously the red underneath. I mean, this thing is just a work of beauty. All the colors contrast and just blend together so well.
I love the buttons and everything on the front of him right there that just go down his suit. It looks so nice.
I almost need to buy. I'm trying to make.
He already owns
excuses.
two.
Oh, I need to buy the other one because I don't know. The more I'm playing with this, because as sad as it is, I got mine at not a good time, to be honest. So I had to legit open one up. All I got to do was take it to figure out, look at him like this, and he had to go be packed back.
Yeah.
So I never really got to play with it. So the more I'm playing with it, I'm going, fuck, I don't know if I like this one. Because
That's
the other
what I'm
one's
saying.
definitely
The other one,
closer.
the one thing that it has that obviously,
Is the coffin.
yeah, the coffin is like the thing that's like, whoa, because it's awesome. It's not
Oh,
just
did
a
you show the
basic
stand?
coffin. Yeah, it's just it has like the little breaks in it and everything too. It looks really nice.
Yeah, the coffin is
But for our
poor man.
substitute, I actually have this. I've never tried to see if he can actually fit in it, so this will be the...
He is bent, but
you know what? It works. So
Oh,
this is
look.
from Tales from the Crypt figure.
I don't think so.
It isn't?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Me and Ethan both randomly have this.
Well, it's what, Jack Specific?
Jack
didn't it
Specific
say?
didn't do the.
Oh, they didn't?
Crypt.
Was it
No.
Kenner?
Yeah, Jack Specific, 1996. If you know
I'll
what
try
this
to
is,
look it up.
maybe wrestling, because I know they had it, but I don't know. If you know what this is before we can look up and find it, please comment it, because I have one too, and I have no idea.
I got it from a toy show for like $1, and you know, this
Right
is the
after I
best
bought
thing
it.
I'm gonna have for this. I don't want to mess it up. If I get a second one of these, though, I would probably actually end up painting it, because I'd probably make the inside of this like the
Red.
padding red, especially to go with him. But
here's
not
the-
a bad substitute for
The
now.
ghoulish face.
That's awesome.
And especially if you put like this figure and you like dim down the light, like we have a bright light shining right on this so the camera can pick it up. But if you put like a light like that, like an overhead light like this sort of, look at just the detail you can pick up and everything. And then let's go for the... And the one
That's
thing we didn't even
awesome.
talk about is how half his ears even burnt off.
Yeah.
Definitely giving the Halloween Kills vibe.
Very cool.
And
I always
even
just
some of the
wonder.
burns even transferred over to this side.
I wonder how they come up with a lot of the details on some of these, because like obviously for like figures that are in movies and stuff,
easy
obviously
just to screen.
yeah, you're just doing stuff on the screen. But like for this Nosferatu, maybe the other one a little bit, but this is like strictly things like there aren't fucking wolves or in the movies. I mean, I guess there's mice in the distance. There's not really like a thing of fog that shows up. I know he wears the disguise. He doesn't get burnt or anything in the movie, so it's just really cool that they are able to come up with all of these fucking ideas and be able to put them, especially for the price. Like when I saw that this was like $90 plus like, you know, like maybe like some tax and shipping, and it came to like $100, I was like, with everything that you're fucking getting here,
Yeah, I mean,
of
think of it
course.
this way. This is before the inflation took Black Series and Marvel Legends, so they were still $20. But I mean, this compared to
yeah,
you can just show your Black Series. I mean,
you get one weapon. That's basically what it is. Sometimes you might get a little more, but
no
not really.
soft goods.
Nope. But this, you get everything. And yeah, you miss out on the coffin for this one, unfortunately. But at the same time, with everything
You're
you
making
get,
up on other
all
things.
the faces, even though this is flimsy as hell, you get this, the wolves,
Honestly,
the
if I had
mice.
one thing that's bad about this, it's that this is just a little too thin. Which, as long as you're not dicking around with it, you shouldn't have a problem.
But honestly, like I said, this shelf now that I have up here is literally strictly for like some of my favorite figures and also like higher end things. And this figure easily was one of the first things that was going up there, because this is one of my favorite toys I own.
Oh yeah, same.
100%.
So rating, I already know what I'm giving it. 10.
A 10. And also this did, so yeah, we got this year, right? Yeah.
Or did we get it late last year?
No, it was February this year. I remember getting it right before the Razor Crest, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to go back and check on Instagram, but you know what? When we do our top 10 in a few weeks,
It is.
I have to see. I'm not going to say anything yet, but this might be my number one figure.
It might be. If it came out this year, me and Ethan might be tied for something.
But we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
But, so obviously he rated 10. I rated 10. I honestly, you know what? I hate to do this, but I gotta do a quick eBay search because I have no idea what these are even going
Yeah,
for.
you know what? That we actually don't really do that much, and with certain things like this that are obviously, I know that it's worth a decent coin. It would probably be cool to show you guys what it's worth, just in case. Not because we're trying to be like, oh, we have this and you guys don't, and it's worth this much.
So
but
average is just like 220. But since this popped up, we can show people what we were talking about. That's the original. So you see the coffin, and then the keys / the hat's different.
yeah, but also it looks like the mice are the same ones. They're
And the heads are different.
yeah, you don't really have that long. Well, obviously they're different like that, but like some of it, like this is like the long head.
Yeah, so obviously, but yeah, 220. Honestly, if you have the money and can afford it,
It is worth it.
it's definitely worth the 220.
Now,
really
if it costed
is.
that when it came out, I probably wouldn't have got it. I would have been skeptical. I would have needed to see it in person, probably, like
But it
someone
would have
selling
been
it
too
at a
late.
show.
But it would have been too late.
That's true.
But yeah, it is definitely.
I'm happy I pulled the trigger.
It's definitely worth the $220 if you have the money and you have stuff to go with it, or you're just a big horror person.
Definitely one of Mezco's best figures. There are a lot out there that are really nice that I don't even own. Like, for example, just off the top of my head, the fucking Christopher Reeve Superman that they made. That is one of the figures that is like on my top list that I need to get one day.
Yeah.
Especially just, I don't even think, have they made a Batman, Michael Keaton Batman?
They have, but just like the Mezco, the Crow, Eric Draven figure.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet?
It's been on pre-order for
Which, that's another thing I did want to give them props for. This went very smoothly.
Yeah.
No pushbacks, really? Was there even a pushback?
I don't think I got it.
Yeah, and right after we ordered it, it came out only a few months later.
Yeah. Now the Crow and Michael Keaton 89 Batman. Wow.
And the Batman from the Batman movie that I'm still waiting on, too.
He wasn't supposed to come till January or February 2023, so you're still good.
Well, yeah, you're right. But, all right, well, this has gone on for a while, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and we'll see you guys next time.